Hello there, what is up? Commando here, welcome to my Hell in a Cell 2017 predictions. I am continuing doing these because last time the review did really well. It had like 700 views or something, it was ridiculous. So I was like, well, might as well continue doing it since it's pretty popular. I don't know if it's because I shared it through Twitter and Google Plus with the hashtag No Mercy or whatever the peer review was, but got a huge boost in views, so I was like, well, I'll continue doing it. Anyways, let's get going with the predictions here. Just like a couple weeks ago, there wasn't really much happening. There wasn't really a whole lot, to look forward to here. But, looking at it, I'm like, okay, it's not bad. Anywho's, let's go. Pre-show, which actually has a snippet of build, which is rare for a pre-show match. And it's Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin versus the Hype Bros. Now, the only snippet that I'm talking about is a backstage fallout thing on YouTube, which was like a minute long, where Chad and that was getting interviewed, and then this was after the Hype Bros lost to maybe the Usos or somebody, I can't remember, and they were like pissed at each other, blah 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 blah, and then Chad and that, so I wouldn't say mocked them, but like they did something. I can't even remember. It was a while ago, but they're gonna have a match, so I'd imagine Chad and that would win, or the Hype Bros. I think maybe the Hype Bros should just turn heel. They shouldn't turn heel on one another, just turn heel, because there isn't time for them. Well, there is, but SmackDown doesn't utilize their time well. They used to have like 6 to 8 matches in this 2 hours. Now they can only have 4, and usually 2 of them are very short matches. Don't use their time well. But yeah, I'd imagine Chad and that will win. And I think the Hype Bros, if they're going to turn heel, they should both turn heel, because it would be better for the tag division. The pretty much non-existent tag division. It's apart from the Usos and that, it's really just, it's just the Usos and New Day. They don't really use the other guys much. Like I said, they don't utilize their time well. I don't get it. I spoke about it to a few people. I just don't get it. Like I think I spoke about it where they uploaded the 9/11 SmackDown or something. The SmackDown after 9/11, they had like 8 matches, 2 in-ring segments, and loads of backstage interviews. And this is the same show. Like, I don't get it. If commercials have doubled in America since then, I don't know. That's my only thing I can think of. That, or they just don't know how to use their time well. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, moving on, we have Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens in a Falls Count Anywhere Hell in a Cell match. Now the build has been really good. This has been really good. It's by far the best match, the best build in this show. Now I always thought, at least maybe in the WWE video games, I always thought Hell in a Cell matches were Falls Count Anywhere. At least years ago, I thought they were. So when they added that, I was like, okay. I always wondered why that was never just a thing, why it was never like that in the first place. But yeah, that was added this week. And they had a little brawl thing. Kevin Owens headbutted Shane McMahon legit style, like he did to Vince, which just nasty. When that happened, I was so shocked. The attack on Vince McMahon just shocked the hell out of me. It was awesome, but it was so shocking. I loved it. But yeah, the build has been really good. But there's something they're saying. There's rumors that Kevin Owens is going to Raw. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why they would do that. It doesn't really make sense to me. It's just a thing. Apparently this is going to happen. And apparently Shane may be going to Raw too. I don't know. I don't know what this is about. It's weird. But I think this go either two ways. Like Shane McMahon could finally get revenge. Or revenge. I like to say revenge. On Kevin Owens and win, which would make sense because Kevin's done a lot of despicable things. Or Kevin Owens could just continue to be this absolute destroyer and kill Shane McMahon and maybe powerbomb him off the top of the cell. I don't know if I see that happening, but it's Shane McMahon, and something crazy could happen here. And this should be the main event. Nothing else deserves it, apart from the New Day and Usos. Nothing else deserves main event. So I'm going to go Kevin Owens, and I expect some good things here. Moving on, we have Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. The belt, this is atrocious, and as predicted, they've already ruined Shinsuke. I don't see a recovery for him. I really don't. I think they've ruined him already. This Like the shit they're having Jinder do, like what the fuck? This weird mocking thing where they're laughing at pictures of Shinsuke. It's so lame, just so cringy. The delivery of it is just so bad, just horrible. And they did this shit for like 2 or 3 weeks, and Shinsuke's response, he just laughed. He's like, "Ha, I'm gonna have the last laugh." It was literally that's what he said, and I was like, "That's your response after this shit for so long?" I couldn't believe it. It was so poor. Then this week, I thought it was kind of cool. How they showed a picture, but then it wasn't actually a picture, and he started jiggling his hands, and then he came out, and I think he tried to beat them up, or was that last week? I don't know. I don't know. He did something, then he came out and beat them up. I think this week Jinder beat him up. I don't know. It's poor. It's shit. I don't like what they're doing there. And I imagine Jinder will still win. There's some tour of India things coming up, so apparently Jinder's gonna retain because that's what they want to do. I don't even care. Like I just don't care. It's as simple as that. I don't care. I don't like what they're doing with both of them. I can't believe this, but I thought of this due to how well he's doing on 205 Live. I think Enzo Amore would be a great WWE champion. Yeah, I said it. I think he would, because he's actually good on the microphone. He's actually he would get legitimate heat as he is, but people like his mic skills. He's so good that they still cheer for him. Like that's why I like it. I love what they're doing with him now. I thought he was getting boring and stale, and now he's great. I love Enzo Amore now. I think he's awesome. And if they would give more people that freedom on the mic that he clearly has, like his insults to the 205 Live roster is just hilarious. Like he had one for TJP, I think it was. I can't remember what he said, but it was funny. It was really funny. But yeah, I think he's doing great, and he'd be a far better WWE champion than Jinder because he can actually cut a believable promo. He's really good. I like him. I have nothing. I would actually like to see it, because he's doing really well as the Cruiserweight Champion. And if they would let other people have that freedom on the mic, instead of just Enzo calling them charisma vacuums or whatever, maybe if they give him that freedom, he would actually, impress. Maybe they'd actually be good. But yeah, moving on, we have the New Day versus the Usos Hell in a Cell tag match for the tag team titles. There hasn't been a whole lot of build, but there hasn't been, many memorable moments, but it's been going okay. Like I think that when they announced it was Hell in a Cell and New Day was in the crowd, that was pretty funny. I think they've had a couple more matches since then. Like they had the street fight thing since the pay-per-view, which was really good. I think they might have had a match or something before then, which was pretty good. But the street fight was awesome. When they just announced, it was going to be a street fight, it was kind of like, oh, okay, because they sort of made a big deal about how they're going to choose a stipulation. But it was an amazing match, so I can't complain there. And I think this will be an amazing match too, and it's the only match. I'm glad I didn't shove Shinsuke in there, because that would have been stupid. This is the only other match that truly deserves Hell in a Cell, because the quality matches they've had in the past, this one could be amazing. It could be better than Shane versus Owens. It could. I just hope they let them go wild and, do some great stuff, because they can. So my prediction, I don't know. They keep changing all the time, so I'll just stick with New Day just now. I just hope that some other teams, get this opportunity, because they had a promo this week where they're like, oh, every time we're in here, we do great stuff and all that. I just wish they would let other people do that great stuff, like the Hype Bros or the Ascension or the Fashion Police or whatever, Breezango, whatever they want to call them. I want to let these other guys have chances to show that they are good too. Especially the Ascension, because they've been, treated like shit for like 4 years. So yeah, moving on, we have Natalya versus Charlotte Flair for the women's title. Natalya is horrible on the mic, always has been, always will be. She just sucks. I just cannot stand her. It just isn't believable at all in her fake ass voice. Bit like her tits. Yeah, the build to this has been pretty poor actually. Like I can't believe this week there was a tag match thing, and Charlotte just tapped out to the sharpshooter, like pretty quickly. Like Charlotte was so dominant for so long and what have you, and you're just gonna have her tap out like that. I thought that was just poor. I thought that was really, really poor for Charlotte, who's pretty much was the #1 woman in the WWE for so long, and she's just been used so shittily. Shittily, it's a word, on SmackDown. And I don't think that her topping Natalia was very that quickly and over nothing. It's not like she'd worn down the legs for ages or anything. Just tapped out. I was like, that's poor. That's so poor. And the build, there is no build. It's been pretty shit. Charlotte just won some, the multi-woman match that they have every so often. I don't really care. I would honestly want to see Charlotte win, but I'd also want to just see Carmella as the champion and cash in, because she's so much better on the mic than Natalia. And I would probably even say Charlotte too. I just want to see Carmella as champion. She's just very good. I like the whole Ellsworth thing where she has him like as a dog and she's dragging him around in a freaking lead, and he's sitting there going ruff, 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 like a ferret, or like a dog, but I say ferret. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't know. I don't know. I want to say, I just want to see Carmella as champion. So I'll say Natalia, but I don't really care. Moving on, we have AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin for the US title. Now, the whole build to this has been AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, and Ty Dillinger. And they didn't even add Ty Dillinger. Like, the whole thing is like, okay, this is obviously going to go a triple threat. Great. This is good. They don't add Ty Dillinger. What the fuck? You actually decide to use Ty Dillinger since SummerSlam or whatever, and then you don't even add him to this match when he, it's not exactly like he lost or anything. Oh, as a count out thing due to Corbin cheating or something. Oh well. Shane and Daniel Bryan don't even, if you want to kayfabe it, they don't even, see that? Don't even see that that's a bad thing? Don't even give him another chance? Bullshit. Ty Dillinger should have been in this match. It just doesn't make sense. And I want to see AJ Styles retain. The build has actually been okay. The build's been pretty good. The US title's been alright. But I'd like AJ to win. And I would have liked Ty to be in there because it could have been a great match, triple threat style, but no. AJ for the win. As for match quality, I don't really know. It depends. AJ's in there, but we've seen AJ and Kevin Owens in there, and in my opinion, the matches haven't been good. So yeah, moving on, we have Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler. Finally decided to use Bobby Roode. Well, yeah, he's been off SmackDown for a while, and then now he's back, and he's beaten Mike Kanellis in like 60 seconds. Woohoo! That did so much for him. That just did wonders for him. People are like, oh wow, this guy's great now after that 60-second match with Mike Kanellis. A guy who fucking beat EC3's like 2-year undefeated streak in TNA is now an absolute disgrace on the WWE. Wow. More horrible booking on SmackDown. But yeah, Bobby Roode finally comes up after Dolph Ziggler's, these impersonation entrances, which I like. I thought they were cool. I can't believe when the Undertaker's one happened and the crowd didn't even react. Like, it wasn't as though they knew it was Ziggler coming out. Just his music hit and like no reaction. I was like, if that had been Taker, that would have been a fucking disgrace. If he don't even react to that, I was like, that's bullshit. You fucking idiots. It's the Undertaker, one of the best of all time, and they didn't even react. It was Ziggler, but still, come on. Cause like I was like, what the fuck, Undertaker? And then I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be Ziggler, and yes, it was Ziggler. But yeah, it's the build. If you want to count Ziggler's whole thing, I suppose it's been building for a while. But if it's just Ziggler and Roode, it's only been a couple of weeks. But it's been okay, I guess. But I suppose we'll see what Roode's fate is. Give it a few months. But with anything like Shinsuke, so Bobby Roode will win here. And Ziggler's like, oh, he's the greatest in-ring person ever. Even though we've only seen a handful of great matches from him over the years. I'm not sure if I really expect anything better here either. Because we haven't seen great matches from Roode, in my opinion, in NXT. I just don't think we have. I've seen great matches from him in the past, in TNA. I don't really seen a great match from him. I've seen a good match, an okay match, not a great match. And then finally we have Rodney Orton versus Rusev. Now I like the build to this. It's been okay. It's been pretty good. Like I like this Rusev and Aiden English sort of pairing. in Aiden English singing about Happy Rusev Day. That was just so good. But yeah, it's good to see these people getting used, like Rusev and Aiden English. Like Simon Gott's leaving has been a blessing for Aiden English. He's actually getting used a lot on SmackDown. On SmackDown of all places, he's actually getting used a lot, and in my opinion, getting used well. I think he is, even though about, oh well, he's lost here, he's lost there. Well, he still won a couple matches, and he's still getting used regularly. So I don't see that as a bad thing. Could be worse. Could be worse. Could not be getting used like Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, Extension, so many others on SmackDown, or Heath Slater and Rhino. You know, never get used. Just the odd occasional main event. But yeah, I'd like to see Rusev win. I don't know if he will. They've sort of evened it out with Rusev getting like a 7-second victory or something like it was, and then he was like going nuts over it and celebrating, and had that Rusev Day celebration thing. So I'd like to see Rusev win, maybe with some help from Aiden English. That would be good. So yeah, there's that. And the other thing is the fashion thing. The fashion police is returning here. It's supposed to come on SmackDown. It didn't happen, so it's returning here. I don't know when the last time it happened. Actually, it might have been just after SummerSlam. I can't remember, but it's been a while since it's happened. So yeah. But there you have it. There's the Hell in a Cell thing. Actually, looking at it, it looks like an okay card, but there was a while in the build to lead up to it. I was like, this is just shit. Like SmackDown is just wastes so much time on stupid shit. I don't get it. Like NXT, right? Yeah, there's no commercials, but in 30 minutes last night, or whenever I watched it 2 nights ago, they had already had like 3 matches, and then the last 20 minutes was the main event. Like, okay, it's 50 minutes, but there isn't commercials. But if you look at SmackDown, it's about an hour 20-ish minutes, maybe a bit more when you take away commercials. Well, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time, and I don't feel they use that time well. I really don't. Like, they waste time on entrances and stupid video packages. And oh my god, that stupid cancer thing this week on Raw and SmackDown. Jesus. Like, I'm all for supporting cancer, that's great, but the Susan thing is a scam. It's been proven. And WWE still goes with this crap. And Dana Warrior, I don't know if I've spoken about this before, but she sucks. I just cannot stand her. She's just so annoying. And I don't know what the fuck she's doing to her face, if it's Botox or whatever that crap is, but her face gets more and more, I don't know, like rigid or plastic or whatever every time we see her. Like, she got awarded a fucking title or something after SmackDown this week, and I'm like, is she crying or is she not? Because it sounds like it, but her face isn't showing it. I just can't stand her. She's just stupid, and the whole thing with them all doing the fucking warrior jiggle on the ropes, I was like, oh my god, this is so terrible. And no, I'm not against trying to stop cancer. That's a good thing, but it's just terrible, just cringy as hell. But yeah, anyways, there's my predictions. This one went a bit longer. I had some issues, some topics to discuss. As you can see, I got a bit of a different beard thing going on. I was gonna shave the mustache as well and just have like a sideburn type of thing, but I was like, I'll kind of like this, and we'll see how I go with this. It's a bit short just now, so you can't really, you know, it's not really as defined, but we'll see how it looks in a couple of weeks when it grows. Because I tried to do something like this a couple of weeks ago, and I messed up one of the sides, so I just went for my usual thing, and then I tried it again. I was like, okay, I've done an alright job. It's just short right now. That's the only thing. It's kind of short. Like, I trimmed it down a bit, so maybe I shouldn't have trimmed it, but we'll see in a couple of weeks. It'll look a bit better. I might either continue this look or I'll shave the mustache as well. So I was debating whether I should shave it right now and then just have this like sideburn mutton chop thing, whatever you want to call it. We'll see. There you have it. That's it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you for my review.